Good day and welcome to spring. GardenStateWeather.com, New Jersey and the northern mid-Atlantic region's weather news portal. I'm forecaster Robert Smith on this very foggy morning in the New Jersey, New York City metro area, and this is the daily video forecast discussion. Start things out this morning with a lot of fog in the New Jersey, New York City metropolitan area, and visibilities at some of the airports like Newark and JFK are being reduced, with also some ground delays on arriving flights and also departure flights as a result because of this fog. And as we can see, some of the fog is pretty dense around the New Jersey, New York City metro area airports this morning, all the way down through New Jersey and the Delmarva Peninsula and the northern mid-Atlantic. And the Mid-Atlantic satellite view across the region this morning shows, and this is the visible imagery, so we're not going to see the fog depth with this yet until until the sun really gets going here this morning. But it's quite foggy across the New Jersey, New York City metropolitan area. A large chunk of New Jersey all the way down to the Delmarva area has fog, and the fog depth on the latest soundings is really just a couple of feet to a couple of thousand feet. So after that, under that is above that is generally clear skies or sunshine actually that will be increasing, but it's going to take a while this morning, and there are again some delays at the airports because of the fog. Temperatures this morning are generally in the low to mid 50s. They're all uniform. Look at this. It's a little piece of energy diving down with a few showers around the Virginias. But other than that, high pressure is in control of our weather. And once the fog burns off, the temperatures are once again going to soar into the 60s and 70s today again in the New Jersey, New York City metro area. As I mentioned this morning, temperatures are uniform in the low to the mid-50s in the New York City area and all of New Jersey and the northern mid-Atlantic. Temperatures generally in the 50s. These advisories here are for dense fog, and these advisories will be in effect throughout this morning until around 10 o'clock as a result of the fog that is now encapsulated the entire New Jersey, New York City metro area airports all the way down through central and southern New Jersey and down through Philadelphia. These fog advisories will be lifted at 10 o'clock. It's a light southeast flow, weak low pressure off the Carolina coast, a southeast flow, and as a result of low clouds, there's a temperature inversion, probably about to about 3,000 feet in the atmosphere, and that is expected to break, and once it does, the clouds and low stratus and fog will begin to break up across the metropolitan area as the morning wears on, and temperatures will begin to soar back into the 70s inland and probably remain in the upper 60s to around 70 around the coast. But that is all, again, depending on how much of this stratus breaks up even along the coast during this afternoon. So quite a bit of disparity in the temperature forecast once again this afternoon. And tonight, we're expecting more fog to develop across the same areas and move inland across the areas again. And with a southerly flow tomorrow, we're expecting the cloud and fog to break up a little bit earlier and temperatures to soar well into the 70s again, possibly near 80 degrees away from the water, and where the greatest sunshine is able to work its way in during the afternoon hours on Wednesday. And the latest again, satellite imagery shows as the sunrise is coming up this morning, the satellite imagery is showing the dense low clouds and fog across New Jersey. As we move through the area, high pressure is generally in control across the northern mid-Atlantic. There's a few showers weakening as they drive down through southern Virginia. Here's our upper level low and a few showers off the Carolina coast. But under this, the blacks here and even the lighter grays, generally much drier weather in the mid and upper layers of the atmosphere. So expecting sunshine to break out very nicely this afternoon in all regions. Here's our radar showing just a few spotty showers, very weak across portions of southeast Pennsylvania and diving down into Virginia this morning. And again, we can see this very clearly on the northeast 1 kilometer base reflectivity composite. Now, we had some high temperature records yesterday. Bridgeport 68, Newark 77, LaGuardia 72, Allentown 77, Mount Pocono 73, and Trenton 79. Hawthorne, New Jersey yesterday got up to 80 degrees. Will we get into the 70s again today? I do think so. Here's our weak frontal boundary this morning across southern New England. Generally high pressures off the mid-Atlantic coast, a late southeast flow as a result of a trough that's off the mid-Atlantic states. And generally just nothing but dry air in the mid and upper levels of the atmosphere. So a lot of sunshine is going to work down through the day during this afternoon. Here's our trough this afternoon. Some low clouds still stuck in. Some spotty shower could break out just to the west of this across the Poconos or southwestern Pennsylvania, but it should be light, and we should be getting into a more convective sky cover this afternoon. Again, a partly sunny afternoon breaking out across interior sections as the sun comes up and the sun works its way on down through the atmosphere and heats up the ground. And we'll get a little convective cumulus cloud build up during this afternoon again. High pressure in control for tonight and tomorrow morning again. Low fog and stratus developing across the coastal regions, and that will be on a light southeast wind, eventually becoming more southerly tomorrow as high pressure continues to work its way off the mid-Atlantic coast and the flow becomes more southerly. Sunshine breaks out tomorrow. Record temperatures again in question tomorrow and Thursday, getting into the upper 70s to around 80 degrees away from the water, and in the 60s to lower 70s right along the immediate coast. Forecast charts for the day on Wednesday morning. Again, high pressure in control, a few showers down through the Virginias or off the coast. Clouds and fog burning off during the morning hours on Wednesday. Wednesday afternoon, same thing, going into Thursday, and then eventually into Friday. High pressure off the mid-Atlantic coast. Weak cold front coming across on Thursday. That's going to be pretty dry. Expecting a few clouds, but really very dry air. We're not expecting any precipitation in the area other than maybe a brief sprinkle or a shower. And then the cold front comes through, a little bit drier air behind it, a northerly flow on Friday. High pressure building down from Hudson's Bay down through the northern mid-Atlantic and also southern New England states. Now this is very interesting. We have an upper low which was pulling out through with a lot of severe weather across the plain states. And this is moving into the Ohio Valley. And so this cold front here will actually revert back to a warm front as we get through the day on Friday night and Saturday. And here it comes now. High pressure with the north to northeast flow, onshore flow developing, warm front moving in and developing across the Ohio Valley. And there'll be some showers coming in with this, and probably isentropic lift, so more cloud cover, and then eventually showers begin to break out. Here's our low pressure area now moving through the Virginias. It's a cutoff low, and so therefore we can expect more of an onshore flow and an increase not only in cloud cover, but the increase of chances of rain from, I would say, Friday night or definitely during the day on Saturday night, and possibly continuing into Sunday as well. And by Monday, the low is now pulling off the coast, and high pressure is beginning to ridge down, with drying conditions developing during Monday morning throughout Monday afternoon. And I'm running a little short on time this morning, so once again, happy spring, and mild temperatures will continue for the first couple of days right into the weekend, and then eventually temperatures becoming more seasonal and much cooler as a result of the onshore flow and rain and gusty wind here around here on Sunday night, and early Monday. Temperatures return to near seasonable levels again early next week. And then eventually we're going to get back into generally normal to above normal temperatures for the middle part of next week. I'll be back bright and early again with you on Wednesday. For GardenStateWeather.com, I'm forecaster Robert Smith. You make it a great day, and welcome to spring.